Welcome. My name is Rich. This is Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning. And today, this is the game I'm playing is Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning. What I'm doing, playing the game, is a Let's Play, where I pay attention to the story that the game is trying to tell, and make snarky comments, or point out grammar mistakes, or if something particularly twigs my interest. I'll have a rant about weapon design, for example, for 10 minutes. Since last time, I have crafted these rather fancy new Prismare weapons. And I have some things to do. I have a variety of things to do here in East Kandrian. I've also got Rathir to visit at some point, and Rathir will happen. But for now, what do I want to do first? Let's see. Stockade. Been to Virki. I don't think I've been to Tulan or Onarak. I have a quest to place a ring on an altar here. Why don't I do that? Oh yeah, and also... Oops. Return to Derfel. But first I will need to... Got immediately seen by a fucking wolf. Cool, thanks. Yep. Good that. I had forgotten that Kaer Torsai is right in the heart of a bandit camp. Ooh, there's a lore stone up there, isn't there, that I haven't listened to yet. Let's go up there and see if on the way I remember that that's what I'm doing, or forget. Which may happen. It is possible. Oh no, there's nothing to get between me and it on the way, okay. That's a bear. That's probably going to get close enough to notice me, isn't it? So let's deal with it before that happens.
The birth of twins did reave the land as brother upon brother warred. Scythes to swords, from rock to shore, the people madly weapons forged. Caught within a storm of rage, the land itself was deeply bled, for sanity had fled.
It's a bit of an awkward rhyme. I mean, maybe... I'm not that up on classical poetry. Maybe it's a legit classical rhyming scheme, but I didn't feel like it was all that good. Nothing to steal, alright. But you've noticed me immediately, despite the fact that I'm slightly hidden behind a hillock. Not quite sure how they managed that, but okay. I don't know why that guy was convinced I'd need to protect the ring whilst it was charging on this ancient altar. The stone of the altar appears cracked and pitted and stained a deep red. Oh, fair water. Okay. Just one wave. Okay. The stain of blood that once caked this altar is gone. That's not ominous. It's hard. No, I don't think so. Durfel. Which is an odd name for an Alfar. Oh, I could have gone down this way. Why are they... I've since closed and reloaded the... closed and reloaded the game several times, I think, since I saw Bard and Tam and his daughter. I wonder why they're still there. That's very weird. Oops. Wrong button. Oh, you immediately see me. Okay. Thought I was going to sneak up on these guys. Still fine. Doesn't take nearly as long to kill them now that I've got way better weapons. Oh. Spotted me immediately. Before I could go into stealth. Bet this bear won't, I bet. I hope. Immediately die because... probably because the maximum damage the daggers can do doesn't total... Oops. I don't know how critical hits are worked out, or like sneak attacks. Like, I don't know what the mechanics of the damage are, but I have to assume that it's like some, either the maximum possible for the weapon, or some multiple of it. Ouch. Right, so Durfel told me that he had kidnapped, I think was the wording he used, the sister of the barkeep in this town. Matix. he said that he'd, well, did he say taken him from her? Her from him? I thought the language he used was kidnapped. But then Matix told me that he'd actually killed her. Oops. And I wonder whether we're going to get any indication of why. Like, any explanation for that.
I trust everything went well delivering the letter to Matix Dace? I'm not sure he took kindly to it. Regardless, you have completed the second labor. For your next labor, I need you to retrieve a sword, Hellbane, off the body of a great Varani Blademaster known as Three Swords.
No explanation whatsoever. Okay.
Travel to the Tuwili coast, search near the shore, and follow the Tuatha bodies. Three Swords will not have fallen easily. He was called Three Swords for the three weapons he favored. He was one of the only mortals I've ever known to master the challenging art of wielding the twin Fey blades. I'm sure the Tuatha paid a mighty butcher's bill for it.
The Fey blades. I can use them.
News has recently come to me of the fall of a great Varani Blademaster known as Three Swords. He bested me, and instead of taking my life, he took my sword, Hellbane. I want you to find where Three Swords died and retrieve the weapon.
Okay, fair enough.
Farewell.
Mr. Murderer. I've got no idea where on the Tuwili coast I need to be, so I guess start at the Blackened Hall. And then check the local map. And discover that it's... No. It's fucking here. This isn't the Tuwili coast. This is Kandrian. Great, cool, thanks. Yeah. Game's got a great labeling. Anyway, there's nothing between me and the corpse of... Oh, hello. The corpse of Three Blades, except for an ambush, is what I was going to say, and then the ambush happened. How does that targeting choice make sense? Another ambush. They're not very good at this, are they? They could at least give me some drop, some loot drop or something. Ooh, he's in all Silvernite. Hellbane, average speed, 0 damage, a sturdy, well-balanced blade, meant to be wielded with one hand. Okay. And then Butcher's Fey Blades, compare them. Wow, that damage is garbage. Damage versus Kobolds and Mergen. Do I care enough about these? To keep them? No, I don't think that I do. Devil's House. I can just fast travel back there. That's not difficult.
Greetings. You have acquired Hellbane. Excellent. Now, for your next labors, I need you to collect some items. The Bloodstone, a circlet, and the Rose of Kandrian. The Bloodstone in particular must be bought. Here is some gold to do so.
That's reasonable of him. Why do you care about any of these other... Why do you care about any of these things? Where is this going, Durful?
The circlet is in a chest in the Scholia Arcana Library in Rathir. The Bloodstone is with Kel's Cafety and Tyrion's Rest, and the Rose just south of here in Kandrian. She was the most beautiful creature I have ever known. And she is dead. Let us leave it at that.
No, that's not. I want to fucking know about what happened to Jera Dace, and why she's dead, and how you were responsible.
The troubles of the war have tilted its citizenry toward a more religious bent. Tread carefully there. Few creatures are as dangerous as a true believer.
I can agree with you on that.
The Bloodstone is with Kel's Cafety and Tyrion's Rest. I've given you the gold to purchase it from him.
Oh yes, I needed to refer... Oh no, hold on. I need to return to Tyrion's Rest anyway, because I found the guy's daughter.
The circlet is in a chest in the Scholia Arcana Library in Rathir. You'll have to be sneaky about how you obtain it.
I can do sneaky.
You need Hellbane to pluck the rose from the grave of Jera Dace, my wife.
Oh, okay, so they were married for a while. And Durful is responsible for her death somehow?
The circlet from the Scholia Arcana Library in Rathir, the Bloodstone from Kel's Cafety, and the Rose of Kandrian from the grave of Jera Dace.
Is he trying to resurrect her?
He is a lying, whoring, two-faced mongrel, a blight on the plains of Erethel for the better part of 20 years. Long ago, he cheated me in a game of cards, winning a gem known as the Bloodstone. I want you to get it back. Use the gold I have given you to get it back. If you can convince Kells to part with the gem for less, good. If you can't, do what you need to do. The magic of the headstone will allow the bearer of Hellbane to pull the rose from the stone as if it were alive.
That's impressive.
Well, if you don't have the skills to do so, take this book. Place it in the bookshelf to the left of the chest, and the chest should unlock. Let's just call it a legacy of my misspent youth, and not ask questions as to how it works. Now, go. Get me that circlet.
That's handy. Received the Little Prince of Rathir.
All right then. You'd best get going. Farewell.
Okay, so he is deemed responsible for Jera's death by Matix, but wow, the effect this shimmering shield is having on the shadow cast by the bed is very strange. I guess we can Watsonian explanation that away as well, it's magic. It's going to have a weird effect on the world. So, I want to go to Tyrion's Rest. I also need to go... Where's the grave? Ah, here. Okay. Let's go and get that first before we go anywhere else. Since we're in the region. Am I going to get ambushed again? No, splendid. I thought I killed that bear. But it's back. I have a worrying suspicion that Durfel is going to attempt some magic that he thinks will bring his wife back to life, and which I think, given the shape of such stories, that it won't. Oh, hello. Where's the... Oh, right. I thought there was one behind me somehow. Let's have these things. And then... we shall get the rose. Intricate carvings of flowers and vines, incredibly lifelike in their detail, cover the headstone of Jera Soren. In particular, one rose stands apart from the rest. Remove the rose. That's interesting. Oh yes, we have a chap over here.
You've returned. What
Tell about his daughter.
I will never forget what you have done for me. And Anella. No thanks could ever be enough, but please, accept this humble reward. Not a bird to be caged, I'm afraid. Still, I hope her time on the Tawili coast has opened her eyes to the realities of the world.
I don't know that the experience could be described as the realities of the world. Well... on the other hand, no, hold on. She had no idea that the Tuatha would be coming back and attacking the village again. Like, the reason she led people there was because she had every reason to believe that the attacks were done, that they were being held in Melsinshire, or at Melsinshire.
Just an old merchant with his share of grief, but his share of fortune too. I have a home here in Tyrion's Rest, and my daughter by my side. I too dream of seeing Culm rebuilt, but I fear it will be years past this war's end before such a thing could be.
Oh, someone with a quest for me.
Approach and await the wisdom of the fates. I am the great Kells Cafferty, sworn and scrupled servant to the Sisters of Destiny. Speak, that I may divine your future, and through my gift, bless your mortal soul. I'm sure Durfel is not very fond of me. I beat him in a game of cards many years ago, fair and square. By my standards, anyway. I don't like strangers who ask a lot of questions.
I don't care if you like me or not.
This town is full of old fools. Most of them will believe anything you tell them. Traditionally, this sort of transaction happens under more discreet circumstances, if you understand my meaning. Tell you what, I'll part with it for a hefty price.
Okay.
Surely you jest. That's highway robbery.
Fine.
Pleasure doing business, friend.
I would hardly call us friends, but okay. Hello, Mayor Eammon. How's it going?
Welcome to the Reedsong Inn. Come in, and Lyria light your way.
I'd rather she
If you
didn't.
can spare a coin for our troops in the war, well then, all the better. Our goddess and protector, the Alfar's guiding light. It was her will we were spared the face sword 10 years back.
I don't know that it was.
Porella sermons grace and patience. But I lost a son. I'd go over there and wring every one of their evil necks. I'd come back and wring the ones on this side afterwards, for good measure.
Then why don't you?
As long as you're not a sodding fae, you're most welcome here. Our room in the inn? Fire and luck. I have one to spare. Well,
Why
if
did
you
I
ever
ask?
do, you need but ask. I hear the conditions in Cluricon are just wretched. My own son was there, gave his life for the cause. That's why I've taken up collection. Every coin goes to those poor soldiers across the water. High Priestess Tyrion made camp right here on her sojourn to settle Rathir. It is said she was given a vision by Lyria on this very ground. That I do. We all must do our part. Have you got a few coin to spare, then?
Yeah. What about veterans or refugees?
And what about them? I don't see what they're doing to fight the Fae.
No, I've got no money for you, sorry. If you've got no time for veterans and refugees, then I've got no money for you.
Now you look into your heart. See if you can find it in you to come back and give some another time.
Nah.
Well, so long.
I'll be doing plenty for the war effort on my own. With my actions. Unlike you, apparently. Who has said that she would go and wring the Tuatha's necks, but has not done so. Got the gem, got the rose, and the last thing is in Rathir. Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff to do in Rathir, don't we? Although we do have this place to return to and hand in a quest, or one stage of the quest with Kandrian's ring.
Impressive. The altar put quite a nasty curse on that ring.
Before that, what did it do to the ring? What is the nature of the curse? What am I doing to Kandrian? Like, he's a turd, but is he bad enough to deserve this curse?
Restore it to its proper place. Be sure you're not seen. The keep guards have been on high alert since the ring went missing. With Indre Kandrian dead, Arian Raidan is sure to become the new lord. He will drive the Tuatha off our shores once and for all.
Did you say dead?
Don't worry, it will be painless. Once he's worn the ring and retires for the night, he'll sleep and simply never wake again. What did you think we were doing? Honestly, have you ever heard tell of a curse that could forge a brave man from a coward? This is the only way.
What happens to the curse after Kandrian is dead? Like, does his death remove it from the ring, or does the ring become unusable as a ring? I mean, you could probably still use it as a badge of office for the lordship, but like, yeah, all right.
Good. You'll need to find a different way in this time. Since your last visit, they've sealed the front door and barred all visitors. Remember, place the ring back where you found it without anyone noticing. Hopefully, Kandrian will just think he overlooked it. He is Lord Indre Kandrian's nephew, the son of Indre's sister, and a Losalfar trader. Thankfully, he spent his childhood in the north with his father's people.
It was only recently that his parents passed away, and he was sent here to come age under the influence of Lord Kandrian. Restore the cursed ring to its proper place. Be sure you're not seen. The keep guards have been on high alert since the ring went missing. Another time, then.
He is hoarding wealth in order to protect himself and himself only. And the only reason that this town gets any protection is that... Okay. It's nearby enough that his guards can come out to it fairly easily. On the other hand, people are still disappearing from the town, we have heard. And I'm kind of hoping that we get a quest to investigate that. Perhaps the next stage of this quest will be to investigate the missing people. Hopefully. I wonder whether the enemies here will have respawned. I would expect so, but that is experience based on outside locations, and this is very obviously not an outside location, so the rules might be different. Oops, there's an ankle-high stone in the way. Gotta watch out for them. Oh, no enemies, okay, they haven't respawned. The boxes have, though, somehow. It's handy that these guys are facing walls. I don't know what this guy's patrol route is like, and I don't know how I'm going to get past these guys. For all that I like stealthing around, I'm not very good at it. I would rather trust to actually being invisible. Ooh. Committed theft. I wonder whether I'll get approached, like, I wonder whether guards will automatically know. Welcome, Keeb. How's it going? Do you suppose they'll notice this huge-ass door being open? No one's close enough to have an eye over their head to indicate awareness of me. But will me sneaking be fast enough to get to... I wish that I could see what this guard's patrol route is like. Because, like, I could get here and then be trapped. Oops, wrong way. I thought there was 2 doors along here that I could get through, but no. When no one's actually looking at you, you don't really need... Okay, the guard's coming back this way. You don't really need to be in stealth. Don't worry about the person in bright green armor with green spell effects on their hands, covered by a blue bubble, glowing blue bubble, crouching under the tree. Don't worry about that. You don't need to worry. Yeah, it's nothing significant. What is this? Oh, okay, they're going back. I should probably just follow directly behind them. With, oh yes, the flaming daggers. Very important that you also ignore the daggers that are on fire. They're not significant at all. Could kill them or pickpocket them. But I don't... I mean, these guards are just being paid to guard. Like, they're not villains or anything. They don't need to die. Oh yeah, what happens at the end of this guard's patrol route? Yeah, don't worry about it. Just something at the corner of your eye. Nothing to worry about. Oh, that guard is coming this way. But I do now have time whilst the other guard is leaving along the corridor. Where are you going? I can't go this... Can I go this way? I could hide in that room. But I can't pass there because they're all... Well, someone on the table is looking this way. Maybe I could get past. None of them are facing this way. Of course, I've also got to get out again. There's only one guy in here, and he's not looking this way. That's Kandrian, the coward, who is employing over 400 guards and refusing to let them or have them patrol the coast and protect protect the people that actually live along the coast. I ran, like, when I came here the first time to actually steal the ring, I ran right past it. I was right next to him. I even checked him to see if there was anything to pickpocket. And, like, he was definitely aware of me. So he knows what I look like, and my costume hasn't changed since then. So he has to be singularly unobservant to not notice this person crouching. The visitor who, after they had been, his ring disappeared. So easily presumable to be the culprit. I wonder what's going on with the guards here. Like, there's a guard facing the wall. Seems a bit convoluted. Now you can easily presume that I'm the one responsible for the theft, or at least someone matching my description. Should I just dash for the corridor? Getting here from here wasn't difficult, so I could redo it. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Oh, they've turned around. Can I? No, I can't. Feels really weird to be this close to the character. There we go. I'll try that again because I did waste some time. Perhaps if I'm quicker, I'll be able to get past... Nope, guard's right there. However, that does mean I'll be able to follow them as they come out. I don't know why there are guards here. You can't access this courtyard at all. Am I being followed? Probably just the wind. I would say I wish that they move a bit faster, but they're being paid to guard a castle. They can move whatever speed they feel like. They're not here for my convenience. Quite the opposite, in fact. Oops. God damn it. fix the camera. You came at a rather remarkably unexciting time. I apologize, Keeb. Or maybe it's tense enough. But it's exciting. Okay, guard is on their way back. Shouldn't have too long to wait. And then once they... This part is quite difficult because they don't actually go very far into the room before turning around. Or yeah, into the main hall. So I need to be quicker than I was. Obviously. And there's going to be a fine balancing line between being close enough that their awareness raises before we get to the doorway, but not being so far behind that I can't get past them before they do their fast about face. Being remarkably stealthy for someone in plate mail boots. Okie dokie. Please don't turn around at the door. Please just continue past the door. That would be the most convenient. Okay, good. Also worried that the second guard who came out from behind the pillar would turn this way, but they didn't, so that's a relief. Clank, 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 clank. There we go. Job done. Kandrian will die peacefully in his sleep. I don't know how this gnome knows that's what's going to happen, though. Oops. Does the altar just... Is this a regular thing you can do? Is that how he knew about the Thaygorta guards? Like, can you place an object on the altar, leave it there for a certain amount of time, protect it from the Thaygorta, pick it up, and then it bears a curse that kills someone in their sleep when they are wearing the object? Or perhaps using the object, and then the curse returns to the altar, and then you can just place a new object there, guard it whilst it's charging, and then take it and kill someone. Is that how that works? That's a very convenient arrangement for assassins. if this quest chain from the gnome doesn't get me investigating the disappearances, I did happen to... So I was looking for somewhere that I could do alchemy. Why? Oh, right, because I... Ah, Christ.
You there! Halt!
The guards are psychic and know that you have stolen something because the stolen object emits an aura. And I've saved over the save because that I made before I stole, because I got to a place that I wanted to reset to. So I'll just pay the fine.
Don't let me catch you making trouble again.
I mean, I would prefer not to be caught making trouble. I don't know how you caught me this time. It's not like I was walking around with the object going, hey, check out what I just stole. So, what was it? Yes, sage crafting. There's a sage crafting bench in this house, and I saw it on the minimap. So I investigated, and I found that the Morkan house, which is probably covered by me in the bottom right corner there, but the name of the house is the Morkan house, and it was locked. And picking it wasn't a crime, and I wanted to sagecraft, so I picked the lock. And then I found, down here, unlock Morkan's cellar. Below his cellar. Which, to me, is suspicious. So, if the quest chain with the ring and stuff doesn't yield an investigation into the missing persons, I will come back here and investigate on my own. I would prefer to do it at the behest of a quest.
Hail, Wanderer.
At a quest behest. Eli Thames, that's the name of the dude. I'd forgotten.
There you are. Have you heard the news? Poor old Lord Kandrian passed away in his sleep. Very sad.
Yeah, very sad.
Yes. You'll be happy to hear that Arian Raidan is the new Lord Kandrian. Incidentally, I believe this belongs to you. Careless of you to have left it behind, but I hope we can work together again sometime.
What got... Did I just get... Did he give me money? Is that... I don't remember noticing the sound of money being handed over.
The Losulfar are an honorable people, and you can easily see that they raised Arian to be a just and virtuous leader. With Arian in charge of the Kandrian Guard, they will take the fight to the Tuatha and drive them back across the sea.
Good hope.
Indre Kandrian was a poor lord. It is better that he is gone. Now, perhaps, the Guard can drive the Tuatha back across the sea and make this land safe again.
Okay, so he is not going to have me
Greetings.
investigate missing persons. I mean, maybe I should check the other buildings, see if there's anyone in here. Oh, Reed House. Is also locked. Ties of documents won't actually reveal anything, so no need to. Stained handkerchief. This handkerchief has old, dark, familiar stains. It bears only the initials JM embroidered in one tattered corner. I assume that that's a quest object? Oh yes, I had an accessory, didn't I? Doctor's Medallion. Poison resist, 10% health, 10% health regen per second. That's quite a lot. A comfort to the bearer who would brave danger to bring succor to the afflicted. I think I'm going to stick with the Colosse's Blessing. but regenerating 10% health on 800 health is like 80 health per second. Which is a lot more than whatever my total current regeneration is from all my items, which mostly will be +2, +1.5. The cover of this heavily worn book bears the initials PM. How much of this is there? Quite a lot. I don't feel like reading all of that. Locked and can only be opened with the proper key. Cool. Maybe I should try and find someone in the inn called Morkan. Unless there's someone out here called Morkan. Corporal Marston has a name. Maybe I could talk to him.
Do not worry. Despite Lord Kandrian's passing, we remain vigilant.
No name of Morkan here.
So you found Ivar? And Conovar is dead? Truth be told, I didn't think Ivar would turn up alive. And that Conovar, he was a downright nasty piece of work. I haven't been out of Melaglir in a long time. I wonder what the rest of Kandrian is like now. I admit I was shaken by the news of his death, but my duty is unchanged. If it weren't for the Kandrian Guard, this fly-speck village would have been lost to the Tuatha long ago. You'd think they'd show a bit more gratitude.
You haven't been here for ages, so I don't know that you can really comment with any authority on the situation here.
Hail, Wanderer.
Right, let's try and... oh no, wrong house. Let's try and find someone in here called Morkan. Stace, Melaglir, citizen, Kandrian Guard. Sorley Golgotti.
Good day.
Patrick Morkan.
First the disappearances, and now old Kandrian passed away. This land must be cursed.
Greetings.
Welcome to Melaglir, the worst place you'd ever want to be stuck. Trust me.
Oh, she's a healer.
What do I know of war? I've got my own struggles to overcome. I wish the Alfar victory, but it's not as if I will see any gain from their triumphs.
You sure about that?
Ha! Melaglir. There are Tuatha about. The local lord cowers in his keep and seeds of unrest everywhere. Take me with you when you leave, will you?
I don't know that I can do that. But I guess that line might be left over from when the game was, during development, intended to be a team, like you led a team of people around in a group. but which they had to cut for complexity.
I'm a healer. Been stuck here for what seems like an eternity. I've been mending bones and curing sicknesses in exchange for farmers' foodstuffs.
The Raven's the best inn this side of Rathir.
Oops. So he's got the key.
Greetings.
All of these people don't have names, they are just Melaglear citizen. Guard. And
Hail, Wanderer.
musicians, who are still only referred to as Melaglear citizens.
Greetings.
We're going to have to look up on the wiki what the situation here is, like how to get the last bits of story out of this place. I don't really have the patience for puzzles. Let's read about the entry for Patrick Morgan. Rune of Alda. Did I go into Alda? Or Rundamere? Or Ardoath? Oh no, it's a quest chain started in Scholia Arcana. Okay. So whether I've been to Auda or not doesn't matter because it will take me there. Okay. I guess let's go to Rathir. I don't think we've got anything else to do anywhere else. Well, I mean, I need to get into Dolveon somehow, but I need a pass. Oh, there was somewhere here, wasn't there? Did I not discover it? Guess I didn't. Let's investigate that first. Rithen. A fort on the sea, like actually in the sea on an island, next to Melsenshire. Seems a bit weird, like why wouldn't you just fold the fort into the town? The town's already on the sea, right? Oh, I've gone past it. God damn it.
I get the sods.
Ouch. What were you saying? You get the sods what? Afraid you became a little unclear there. With your death. How am I getting lost? There's barely... Oh, come on. There's barely anything to this area. I tried to roll the other way, but never mind. This game does have issues with direction. Or the ways... What your character does depending on the way that you're facing. I mean... How did I mess up? I was here, and Did I run this way? Just run straight past it. There we go. Discovered rhythm. Oops. Not much here, is there? Oh, that's locked off. Ah, place contains Freeman. So if there is a quest to come in here, probably to clean it out of the Freeman deserters, the Freeman will be... Oh, this door is opened by unusual means. It cannot be opened with keys or lockpicks. Okay, so I can't even get in. This doesn't give me any option to interact with, and it wouldn't help anyway because there's nothing back there. Except, I don't know, I thought maybe there could be a lever back there or something that would open the other one, but I guess not. So as I was saying, any any location that has a quest objective that you visit and like clear out before you obtain the quest, gaining the quest resets or at least refreshes or like spawns in the requirements for the quest, so you can't accidentally shut out the ability to complete a quest by killing things that the quest requires you to kill, thus leaving you stuck. Animation froze me in place. Oh, Mergen, okay. And a Banshee. Lovely. Oops, nope, had to jump. Why? Whoa, okay. Why does a fish creature that is part reptile, part fish have breasts with nipples on them? The only possible explanation is that it is a magically crafted creature. Why was it necessary to put nipples on them? That's fucking baffling. The only other possible explanation is that the game creators decided we really needed to know that those were breasts, not just random lumps on their chest, in case we ever needed to know that we should be wanting to fuck it.
Any news from the front? Lyria, I wish I was in Chloricon.
Sell junk. Buy lockpicks. And repair kits. Oh, let's also have the Prismir lockpicks, I think. Can I just wander straight in?
Both signed. You can't have just one.
All right, all right. Just how must this be done?
Apparently I can just wander straight in. Okay, cool.
May your stay in Rathir be pleasant.
Thanks. I don't think I'll be staying, to be honest. This is the kind of flyover that you expect to be accompanied with a voiceover, but there isn't.
We have a problem. Elund Karth refuses to send any troops to assist Melsenshir. The old fool never would listen to reason.
I mean, I don't... This is redundant. He knows we've got the piercing light. She would have gone to him with it. So...
I certainly hope so. We're going to need every sword we can muster. You can find him in the upper city, staring over the strait at Melsenshir. The fool might as well be at its funeral. The man is not a warrior by nature. He cannot abide another risk for this city. But he's an idiot if he thinks we will get another opportunity such as this. They're in the city, but they can't join us unless Elund Karth grants his blessing for them to go with us. Agarth has gone to reason with him. He was a fine fighter, as I recall, but I do not know if his diplomacy is as practiced.
Gwalch maize is just too expensive.
Found Lord Cross. And the password. And some quests to pick up.
Well, who can I send? I have all these notices and no courier. Fine.
Let's do the quests I've got before picking up any more.
The breeze is nice, eh?
Strong winds.
How's it going, Crass? Bet you thought you'd seen the last of me.
You? How in the... Erlek, that turncoat. I never should have trusted a liar to commit murder. That's what murderers are for. What do you want? Of course I did. I'm not the Lord of Dolve-Arn. I'm not even from the Tawili coast. But what does it matter? I only did what I had to do. Don't we all?
You didn't have to steal
Rathir
from
authorities
everyone.
Don't have to know. Keep this quiet and let me sail with this galley, and you can have the gold I received for the treasures of Kuln. I am a man of my word. Most of the time.
Except for when you sent me with Uruk for him to kill me.
No, you wretch! You will rue the day you betrayed Crass. Do you hear me?
You betrayed me first, you knobhead.
Good day, friend.
Nope, he's been sent to prison. Cool. I don't know why people leave
Good day, friend.
crates around that are mostly empty, excuse me, except for some gold. Like, okay.
Strong winds lately.
Ooh. Oh no, that's not a hidden room, that's just a storeroom. If that's a storeroom, what's this? Alright, now this is technically... Well, it's kind of adjoined to the main hall, I guess. I'm gonna give him a quest to come in here and do stuff. I can nick something. Oops. No. Smashy. Ooh, Harbinger's hand wraps. What do you do? That's a bit garbage. It requires sorcery. These enchanted garments belonged to Garvin Dulac. Once a lowly Almain scribe, his fortunes changed when he became the first human to command the elements. Impressive. I have a collection of epic gear to which I will add you.
City watch, move along.
Up you go. Don't stop. Keep at it.
Oh right, it's down there. Oh well, plenty of crates to break up here. 50 gold, nice.
Hello, mate.
20, 30, 33.
Oh, that would be stealing.
Mind your step.
Oh, that would be stealing. But not from the chests in the storeroom, apparently. I have a feeling I'll get given a quest to go to that storeroom, but I don't remember fully.
Cost a lot by sea. I thought the mentor was taking care of along with the gnome. Go on. Horst will want to hear this.
Ah, okay. Catacombs. Beneath Rathir, on the sea. Gotta be pressed for space, haven't they? Now this is interesting. They've got a very nice... How did that get in here? They bring it down the stairs? Do they... How do they... That's taller. Well, I suppose maybe they could take down the high cover, I guess, to get it under there. But is it wider than the door? Do we think? Oh, there's a pot I missed. The pot is invincible. Oops, I'm stuck on nothing. Now, is that... It's difficult to tell. Is the cart wider than the door? It might be, but it would definitely be a squeeze, and there's not a lot of room for turning here either. Given the length of it. So as I was going to say before, I noticed something that should not be possible. They've got elements of the customs house, like the floor and the like the soft furnishings and the hard furnishings, all the furnishings. But they've also got cave elements, including the flora that's called Cave Blossom. And they only decided to pave up to here. I mean, fair enough. And he just stood there and watched it happen. And he was aware of me. At least a little. And didn't care. I guess he just really didn't like this guard. It was like, that should be my responsibility. One of the other guards here is being killed by an intruder. But it's Jenkins. And fuck that guy. Oh, there's a giant rat that appeared from nowhere. Cool. And a bear trap that I somehow managed to avoid standing in before I was aware of it. Yeah, I don't think I care about keeping the trollhide boots, but I do care about keeping the other things. Oh, there's another trap there. Hidden by the crates. Okay, so he is parading around here for some reason. Why would you need to come by here? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I'm just assuming things. Ooh, he's coming this way. How close is he going to get? Oh, that's it. Okay. Good night. Was it necessary to continue slashing after he got his throat? I have to wonder. Oh yeah, don't worry about the sound of breaking wood or anything. That's also not your responsibility at all. Ooh, shit. Ooh, nice. Don't really care about them very much. Bear trap on the floor. I'm glad the game at least highlights traps like that on the floor, even if you can't disable them. I mean, at some point, once my... Ooh, hello. There's a guard approaching. Once my... Oh no, wrong button. Detect hidden is high enough. Traps are displayed on the minimap. Disarmed. Okay, so I need 2 points more into detect hidden before I can disarm traps and salvage them for components. But it's nice that before that stage, the game will still highlight the object on the floor. Maybe I can use this to hide from the guard. Oh, he's moving quite swiftly, isn't he? I can't get past. But he hasn't noticed me. Nice. He could have moved past me too quickly. I just about managed to get him. I don't think I'm going to be able to... maybe. So I probably need to take out this one first. And then I could come and get this one, then this one. Because otherwise he'd see me if I went for one of the others first. Or they, I mean, assuming the guard's gender. Ah, nuts. I still got the blood root though. Haha. Don't worry about the stabbing noises. Once again, was it really necessary to continue slashing after you got the throat? Just make absolutely sure, I guess. Let's have those. Oh, right in the chest. That's where I keep my heart. Oh good, it did set off the trap. It's nice to know that can happen. Where was that guy looking? Out. Into this cave, I guess. Who stood here, facing this way, peering out with his arms up, out just into a section of cave that no one can access. Very important to guard that section that no one can traverse. Someone might traverse it. And then where would we be? He's facing this way. It's also not someone I can stab anyway. So, I don't know.
Very heroic, my fine little war swan.
Yep, that's me. I'm both of those. Or even all of them, depending on how you break it down. I'm very heroic. Oop, hello, rats. Oh, come on. Selected. Okay, that went poorly. I'm very heroic, I'm very fine, and I'm a warsworn. Depending on how you break those down, it could be very heroic and a fine warsworn, which I am. Can I sneak up on him? I can't stab him because...
You have tracked and fought your way to my very door. But the vault has been emptied and Lord Beeson has flown to Eammon's Isle.
It's very handy that you're telling me these things.
You don't even know, do you? Your own history. Well, let it stay buried. Under Lord Beeson, the Farlangi shall bring a beauty, terrible and sublime, into the world. Now!
You're going down.
Let's get mad fast first. Well, maybe not then. Could you cut that out, please? Come and get me. They've forgotten that I'm here. Okay. I'll take it. Nope, he's facing this way. Let's pickpocket him first. Ooh, and more gold from Detect Hidden. Nice. Oh, nuts. I wonder if I'll fall for it again. Oh my god. This is not how this is supposed to go. Maybe I'll get him with a sneak attack next time. Yep. Sleep now, sweet prince. Only dreams. Going back to guarding. Nothing to steal, alright. Oh, ridiculous. What does a stout greatsword do? Mana and health. Okay, nice. That could be worth breaking down for components. And what does a stupefy? That's probably going to be stun, isn't it? Stun duration. There we go. Do I care very much about stun duration? Well, yeah, I guess. Let's do that. Take it for breaking down for components. What tipped me off about being hidden was the fact that when I hid behind here the first time, I noticed, I think the guard, or when I came back here, hoping to force them to come around so I could like get them to bunch up and then hit them in a group. I noticed that they made confusion gestures. I mean, I didn't fully clock it until slightly afterwards, when I actually took advantage of it. But oh, come on, really? Okay. Stout Scepter. That's also got components with 60 health and 60 mana. Let's take that for breaking down as well. Because plus 60 to both health and mana is quite good. I think some of my components at the moment have plus 45 to each of them. Oh, and I don't care about that. That's not special at all. That's just a Silver Knight greatsword. Okay. Is there anything here? No. Is there going to be an ambush somehow? You would think they'd have guards down here, wouldn't you? This seems like an excellent place for an attacking force to land. Usually if you've got defensive walls on an island, you put them as close to the shore as you can. Also, how is this tree growing on the sea? Well, I suppose it is a Fey-grown tree. Like maybe it's magic, and it can survive brackish or salt water. And I suppose I can't genuinely see whether it's touching the water or not. But generally speaking, salt water is super bad for trees that are not evolved to specifically survive trees.
Aye, it was the third day then, and the ale had run dry.
Who's this? Gwyn Anwyn.
Beeson. The Beeson. If it's true he's gone to Eammon's Isle, we must follow immediately.
Cool.
I know a ship's captain here in the city. Hopefully Captain Gonthorm isn't already hired. Take this, a token from Delfric himself. We should send word of our discoveries to him immediately.
Why is this area echoing? We're outside.
Some say he is a match for Calidus and that he sits on the Orbicant. Either way, he's a mage of considerable power. If he's behind all of this, then I fear this is only the beginning. It was built in the time of the First Swarm. No Niskaric artifacts are stored there, but if the accounts are true, much of our early wisdom was kept in the Stronghold's chapel.
Was kept in the Stronghold's chapel. Did it move with you when you left? Has it been left there to rot?
The founders of our order long ago. They amassed great knowledge about fighting Niskaru. Nearly all lost and forgotten. Anytime she was not on duty, she spent among our histories and our ancient sites. I learned from her what the Warsworn were and the things we lost. But she never found the secret she was looking for. I wish my searchers turned up half as much as yours. These mages call themselves Farlongi, but no one has ever heard of them. Half of those I spoke to hadn't heard of what happened at Brigand Hall, and they, if anyone, should have. They're supposed to watch for such things. Beeson has cloaked his actions well. As soon as a ship can be chartered, yes. Search for Captain Gonthorm on the docks. If he has a ship free, I believe he will take us.
Cool.
You, bring word to ancient Delfric. Now, let's get to the keys.
Stay dry, Captain.
Am I the captain? Or was he talking to Gwyn Anwyn?
My ship is free, and its course is yours to plot, my friends. Were it not Warsworn asking, I wouldn't sail such treacherous northern waters or set foot on an island so long forsaken. But for you, I'll go. I'll go.
Bonza.
Captain, trader, and a friend of the Warsworn at your service. You'll find no taverns with warm fires or feather beds on that rock. Stones and bones and rot is all.
Sounds fun.
The Stalwart, she's called. A worthy vessel.
I'll take your word for it.
Some years back, I caught the eye of a pirate lord named Derries. Nearly burned, murdered, and thieved me out of business. I called on the Warsworn, and it took but 3 of them to hunt down Derries, recover my cargo, and save my hide.
Got one for each thing. 1 to hunt down Derries, 1 to recover the cargo, and 1 to save your hide. Or did they all hunt down Derries, and in doing so, recover the cargo, and stop him from coming after you, thus saving your hide?
Whenever you wish it, friends. You need but give the word.
Cool. Which word?
Then climb aboard. The seas may be rough, but you and your comrade need not fear. You're in able hands.
Handy that they had a stone pier here for us. Although, I suppose in fairness...
So this is it. Eammon's Isle.
In fairness, the Farlongi did come here first. And we're using it. that a jump point into the sea? Oh no. It's a jump point from up there, down here. That'll be where we come out then, I expect. I have a vague feeling that we're facing Craddock here, or that we'll find one outside. But yep, there we go. Thought so. Okay. That was the completion of Dangerous Games, which I'm sure that I didn't pick up again.
Imagine
nuts.
her when fair and mighty stood there and gazed out on the ocean.
Oh, it would have lost focus on it anyway. Okay. Oh. Thought I heard something, and it is a warded chest, which I... Okay, so I've said it before, but there may be new people watching. I don't bother to try opening warded chests because the minigame, rhythm game that opening them requires is something that I personally am garbage at, or at which I am garbage. So once I get my dispelling to max, I'll go around opening warded chests, possibly off stream, because I would just be going around to all the locations that have warded chests and opening them all. So it may not be terribly interesting, but currently my warding is not, well, it's among the worst of my skills, and I want to get it to maximum before trying, because that will make it very much easier for me to do something at which I am very bad. Okay, that's search the island over here. You don't have to go to any of these other places, just search the island over here. That will be enough of searching the island. But because I... Oh hey, a skeleton. With a minor healing potion. If only he'd had some means of healing himself. Maybe he wouldn't have died. Only once I have maximised the chances of getting warded chests open will I go and try and get the warded chests open. There was a chest there with another healing potion. Oop, another spider. Who have all just suddenly appeared. From nowhere. What do these do? Damage during daytime. Okay, fair enough. But they are Silvanite, and I have Prismere, so I don't need them. and the damage during daytime is not an effect that I particularly care about, so I'll just junk him. This place sounds awfully jungly for such a small island. Had a gold talisman. If only it had had some means of protecting itself, maybe it wouldn't have died quite so easily. What are all these waiting for us? Phalangi cultists, who we will not... Oh, there's an archmage and a mage. Who we will not be able to sneak up on, because there's some of them facing this way.
More Phalangi. I think they've seen us.
Yeah, probably. Oops, I wanted to get the blood root. Oh, come on, I hit the button. There we go. Oh, it's got a cooldown. Didn't notice before, but it has a cooldown. It would be a bit OP if I could just spam it.
Why did Beeson come here, I wonder? What was he after?
Now, can we sneak up on these guys? They're facing the right way. Ah! Just push-ups. Definitely need to get some push-ups in. What is going on? Wish I could zoom the camera out. Master Sharpening Hilt, nice. Is this the same layout as the Warsworn Vault? Where am I? I'm here. In the middle of nowhere. That's a steel sword. Why on earth do I care about a steel longsword? Why is it in with Silver Knight gear? It's two stages back in materials. I could summon Fair Gorta to act as decoys. Is it him making that noise? Because it sounds a lot like a warded chest. I didn't notice one down there. Ooh, another shrine to Mitharu. Nice. Yes, it is him. Cool. Hopefully that won't get confusing.
My mother was here, long ago. She saw many ancient places in her time.
Ooh, there's a hidden door. Oh, the Fair Gorta is capable of sneaking. No, I can't. Oh, we have been noticed as well. Wow, that's interesting. Yes. Immediately break everything in a room that possibly no one has seen since this place was built. Sorcerer's intellect. Add to junk. Add to junk. Add to junk. And we found some ancient artifacts of the original Warsworn order. I shall add them to junk so I can sell them later. Oh, tinge twig. It might be worth breaking these down, because the component that gives plus 1.5 mana regen per sec is probably some rivets, and I am in dire need of better rivets. Yeah, nuts. Ooh. Hello, Flameblade. What are you? Ooh. Nice. A gift from a noble to his bard, rewarding his shameless puffery in praise of the noble's virtues and good looks. Cool. Oh, it's got glowy runes on it as well. It's not as good as this. Or this pair of chakrams, which I made, personally. By any stretch. Sorry. Still, a fine addition to my collection. Is that an old table? Okay. Oh, hey, there was something back here. Well, there may be something back here. There was a section back here, and this is exactly the sort of place where they hide chests. But not this time. Okay. But maybe this time. Aha! Rewarded! Better than literally nothing.
First the ancient vault, and now here. But what do they hope to find? There are no relics here, only lost knowledge. Maybe knowledge more powerful than any relic.
I'm glad you came to that conclusion. That was a bit of a pathetic showing. Good effort from you two, Gwyn. I mean, I know that you didn't actually get him, but you tried, and that's important. Ooh, there's another hidden bit back here. Oops. Local map. Who has been back here to light these? Well, I suppose this might be a case of the torches being magical. Fair enough. Who's here? Niskaru. More of a question of what than who, but... Oh, come on! Wretched creatures turning just as you get to stabbing distance. Don't have space in my inventory. There's an awful lot of distance here. Do I drink stuff? I don't have anything to drink. What's in the junk? I can drink these. Clear some space. Oops. I suppose I can use that. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, Oh yeah, I want to keep those. Destroy. Recover 36 gold from your mercantile skill. Nice, yes. Yes. Destroy 10 gold. Okay. Destroy. They're just crude. There we go. Bit more space. Oh. Huh. I don't think I've ever used one of those before. I thought it was like a smoke grenade or something. I mean, it's called a shadow prism. But no, it sets off small fireworks. Presumably as a distraction. And fingers crossed, destroying those few items will be enough. May well not be, and I don't know what else. I suppose I've still got some white gear that I can destroy. That probably won't be very valuable. What do you do? Health regen. Junk. That's junk. Since this guy is facing this way, I don't really have a chance to... damn it. You first.
should be close to the chapel now.
Most of the island seems taken up by this building, if I'm honest. Like, this is definitely more area, like physical area, than the outside takes up. And when we actually look out at the rest of it, when we can, it's full of other bits of castle. In remarkably good nick, considering how long it's probably been left. Oh, that's that tower is leaning way over. Wow. But broadly speaking, it's in remarkably good nick for how long it's been abandoned for. Hide, you dumbass. He doesn't care. Don't just run off into the fight. Come on, come back. Oh, good. Don't think I can sneak up on those guys though, because they're facing this way. And I don't have any shadow prisms, not that I would care to use them anyway. So let's just graceless. Oh, another hidden... Oh no, it goes out to the Isle of Eammon. Okay.
Look, the chapel of the first swarm.
Hope you guys can manage. Oh, more. Even more. Okay. Ow, jeez. Hurrah! Level up. And that's the end of the fight.
That mural. I need a closer look.
Wow, how did she
If
teleport
I'm not
back there?
mistaken.
He's holding that hammer completely wrong for swinging it over his head like that. The butt of it will strike the back of his head as he brings it over.
This is it. All Beeson's plans, written here in our own recorded history. The mural tells of the mage Farlong, who sought to make himself a king of Niskaru, and how Aegon thwarted him. Beeson thinks he will succeed where Farlong failed. And he just might. Because he could not learn what he needed to know anywhere else. Everything he needs is written here, down to the last detail. Beeson's minions call themselves Farlongir. As Beeson does now, the mage Farlong gathered cursed artifacts and used them to raise a host of lesser Niskaru. Do you see? Beeson follows Farlong's path at every step.
Farlongi just makes me think of Ferengi. As a word.
I think we must. Farlong tried to free a Niskaru lord from its mountain prison. With such power behind him, he would have been unstoppable. As Beeson seeks to mimic Farlong, so we must match Eammon and stop him. A chaotic being of immense power. If it were loosed upon the world... But it must not. It mustn't.
Haven't I killed several Niskaru lords in the past?
Yes, he did. The Mystic Hammer, forged by Eammon for the hands of his son Aegon. It alone could halt Farlong's spell and restore the Niskaru Lord to his prison. I know of it, but not its location. But Delphric may be able to help with that. Return to Shieldring Keep. I will travel to Ironfast Keep in Rathir and learn all I can. Meet me there. We didn't find him here, but we did, I think, find something he doesn't want us to know. Pray Matharu, we did not learn it too late. In truth, it's as much library as chapel. A place of memory. My mother, she described it so vividly. So much majesty, though now in ruins. Imagine what it must have been when all of this was glorious and new. It seems he was a prince whose father squandered and lost his kingdom. He was raised, hunted, and a beggar. Then he found the Niskaru Lord Kamazandu in its mountain prison. It whispered to him, said it could help him win back his birthright. That's how it began.
Of course, a idiot, greedy, deposed royal would seek help from a demon rather than accept not being a royal anymore.
The Mystic Hammer is among the few ancient relics named in our records. I am sure. Go to Shieldring Keep, where ancient Delphric can help you find it. I will be at Ironfast, learning what I can. When you have the hammer, find me there.
Yeah, as I was saying, whoever it is up on that mountain is holding that hammer completely wrong for swinging it. When you're wielding something that long, you want your hands wide apart so that you can bring them together and as you swing, which will accelerate the object that you're swinging and make it hit harder, basically. Not to mention that if you're... How would you even get... Okay, so his pauldrons have been painted up here rather than being pushed back. So, like, if you raise your arms and take them that far back with pauldrons on, they'd be pulled back, like, onto your back. So the only way his arms could be in that position with his pauldrons on his shoulders is if he'd swung the hammer up backwards rather than over his head, like if he'd swung it this way. And I don't know how that pose is even possible. It seems deeply uncomfortable. Basically, He's doing it wrong. Let's level up. Put a point in persuasion. And then... let's finish that up. That's quite a jump in damage as compared with the mana it takes up. Sure. And let's summon a slightly better Fair Gorter, because I think that that is slightly being slightly useful. And we'll confirm. Cool. Just a painting on the floor, chilling out. It's in remarkably good condition for being flat on the floor with a frame around it, like basically forming a dish that would collect water. Maybe the Farlangi left it here recently. Right, so yeah. That interior space took up way more area of the island than this area does, than this space does. Wow. It's mostly fortress. Go on, finish it off. Hey, well done. Alright, let's head back.
There you are. Is it time to return? There was no place safe for landing but here, I'm afraid.
Sure. Oh, hold on. There's a plant over there I want to get. Ember Eyes. Hurrah.
We'll set sail as soon as you're ready.
I'm ready now. Let's go.
And that's a certain thing then, is it? I think we'll not see this scrap of shore again once we go.
Sure. Yep, that's fine.
Off we go then.
I wouldn't have been able to leave to sell things anyway. If we weren't ever coming back. And I'm probably almost at capacity as it is, so I need to sell stuff.
You look like you've traveled far, but not farther than my wares. It's my brothers that ply the seas and bring me goods to trade. When I tire of Rathir, I'll wait till they return and back upon the foam. Not a bad sight from the bow of your ship, although I've never become accustomed to the strange ways of these southern Alfar. Darkalfar, or whatever you like to call them, like and unlike to their sisters in the north. Losalfar, that is. The goods here you'll not find the likes of anywhere else. Not without braving the raging seas, at least.
What do you have? Ebony Prismail Longsword. Bow of the Sage. Spiked Scepter. Silvernite Chakrams. I'll find Silvernite and Azurite on these shores, but fair enough, I won't find Prismir very easily.
wind at your back.
Back to sea.
Back to see what? I would like to find a forge somewhere so I can break down those items. Oh, there's one here. Goodo.
Baubles, trinkets, sweets.
Quite nice,
A sword? Ask the harpy over there.
Oof.
That will do quite nicely. The finest quality, I assure you.
Right. I think I'll break those down off camera, off stream. Because I'll save scum to get the good components out of them. There's a quest over here as well. Let's explore over here.
A prayer for our troops. Nothing finer in all Amalur.
No, let's pick up quests.
Sees all in Rathir.
You look capable. Stern in the brow, proud of bearing. You are just what we need to deliver these notices. You'll do it, won't you? You've got to do better than the last fellow. There's pay. It's for the war effort. Went and broke his little leg. Oh, Lunala's tears. Hasn't a notion of how important our work is. No sense of the bigger picture.
I don't imagine that he broke his leg deliberately.
I'm the chief of recruitment, and don't think I've got time to go around handing out notices. Those notices are only the beginning. We're in Rathir. This is the war effort. How do you think we get a steady flow of soldiers into Cluracon? You've got to be organized, and everyone's got to pitch in. Notices of duty to denizens of Rathir selected to serve. The work can be hard, and you've got to, well, look the part. I'll give you a list of names, and you get each of them to accept their card. Easy as that. Well, what do you say? Will you do it? What I need are boots on the ground in Cluracon. I shouldn't say this, but if anyone can't or won't accept their notice, find someone else. Or make them. Whatever you need to do. Take these cards, deliver them to Rathir Westnon, Maywin Wyvern Gif, Aefendel, and Varen Seawine. Almain? Odd. All can be found in Rathir, and I can be found in the officers' hall on the burn when you're finished. You can't fight a war without soldiers. True, we contract the Warsworn and volunteers arrive daily, but it's not always enough. Citizens of Rathir are selected on... well, the process is secret. Even I don't know how. They're selected, a notice is sent, and they serve.
Seems suspicious to me, but okay.
The names are Rathir Westnon, Maywin Wyvern Gif, Aefendel, and Varen Seawine. They're all in Rathir.
Cool.
Now, be on your way.
A prayer
That
for
was
our
a
troops.
forceful, almost contemptuous.
Please, find Selny. Tell her we betrayed. The lower tunnels. Go. Tell Selny. No one else. Betrayed.
Wow. Just immediate. Let's have that as payment. And I found 63 more gold. Thank you. And old letters, which I know from experience won't actually be readable. It'll say something like these letters are so worn that they're not legible anymore.
30 then. 50 gold.
Do not miss
What do you
Leogriff's
say?
many marvels.
Oh, there's no use. I've lost the keys.
Now Gwaltmay'll have my head if I can't think up something fast. Say, you're not good with locks, are you? Would you help a poor fellow who's down on his luck?
As it happens, I am good with locks.
Well, he's a good enough master all in all. Sees to it I earn every coin of my wages, though. No standing about, not in his shop.
Just opening a lock that you've lost the key for will help you now, but not next time you need to use the key.
With all these people walking around, you'd figure someone would help me after I lost my keys.
Better go and find your fucking keys then.
Me? Gwaltmay calls me lad whenever he wants me. And the others call me hardly anything at all. Just fetch this and lift that.
Yeah, how dare they?
Yes, as in, no need for keys. Ace with a lockpick. Gwaltmay wants an old red ledger from the storeroom in the customs house. Oh, I'm afraid they're lost for good. Now, I might have dropped them here, or at Kest's table the other night. But it's just as likely I dropped them in Bracken Bay after I'd had an ale or three at the Seafoam.
Sounds to me rather like you are not responsible enough to be doing your job. Be trusted with your job, I mean.
The chest it's in, that is, yes. Although I don't know which one it is. But it's down there, somewhere. Oh, now don't worry, nothing in the storeroom's seen the light of day in years. No one will mind if you pick a few locks before you find it.
You're the only one who knows I'm doing this, but I hope you don't turn me in.
Gets these ideas into his head. Needs this old thing, needs that new thing. This time it's shard prices by the decade. Something to do with a deal he is or isn't striking with that Carasta trader. Oh, the things they say about that Lanshi. That she talked a Jotun out of his own hammer once. And another time sold some Varani fool his own silk for twice as much, after cutting it to ribbons and winding it on spools.
Lianshi? Carasta is a Lianshi that attack on sight. Sounds like a really wicked bad idea to try and strike a deal with her.
The Chamber of Trade's on the way to the keys, and the storeroom's off one of the wings. Just pick any lock down there till you find the old ledger.
Sure.
Chamber of Trade basement. Just head toward the keys.
Just
Do
look
not
at
miss
how
Leogryph's many marvels.
Customs house, there we go. I'm surprised it's not marked on the map as a...
5 gold
so much to choose
Over
from.
common
Just
sense.
decide.
I'm surprised it's not marked on the map as an objective. That's a bit weird.
Strong winds lately.
Stop eating beans then. That's worth breaking down for the parts. What are you? That's a lot of things. This tiger-eyed gem set in a golden ring grants the user additional magical powers. Fire damage during daytime, ice damage during daytime, lightning damage during daytime. Okay, 55 mana and +2 mana regen. Let's equip that here. That's rather good. Oh, lucky. Ah, there we go. First time. Oh, well, no, not first time. Like third time. Fourth. Fifth time? Ah, it doesn't matter. That was easy. Putrefied daggers. They're azurite. And they do poison damage, which I don't care very much about. But let's continue nabbing stuff. Oh, there was another chest in here that I missed. Very hard, okay. Nice. Corthian gauntlets. Fire attenuation. Don't care about that. What do you do? Ooh, they're might. And they're better gauntlets. Brought from distant lands by a war and trade, this piece of armor is a remnant of the once mighty Corthian Empire. Interesting. Corthian. We've had a couple of other pieces of Corthian gear. It's only slightly better armor. Well, okay. It's like 14 better. But it doesn't add... It just does 5% block efficiency and 15% ice damage. It doesn't do any of the other things that these fine trollhide gloves that I made do. So let's see what they look like. Oh yeah, that's quite chaosy, isn't it? Oh yeah, so previously... I've found 2 items of Corthian gear, a sword, a longsword, and a warhammer. And, well, there's only one type of hammer in this game, and it's the vast kind that isn't actually wieldable. And both of them looked extremely chaosy, like as in chaos from Warhammer and Warhammer 40k, and these gauntlets also look remarkably chaosy. Like, they could be more chaosy, but they do look pretty chaosy. What do these look like? Sure. And put these back on because they do lots. They give me 125 health and plus 17% health, which is a lot. How much health have I got now? 850. Nice. Gosh, miss goods. A dusty merchant's record. Major trades. Record of stores and trades year 245. Barrels of pickled, brined and jellied fish. Yards of fine hempen rope. Casks of Fieriol wines. Pale and mulberry. Traded for crates of smoked aurochs meat. Barrels of boot blackening to Alpha Army. At 4 gold less than paid. 3 bottles of Mabrin wine to visiting dignitary. 12 fine lacquered cabinets that were damaged travelling through Kandrian. 50 bear pelts, which turned out to be of inferior quality. That's a bit disappointing. For the merchant, I mean. It's great that they put that detail in the game, though. Master's Greaves. What's Master's? That's mana, isn't it? Yep, there we go. Although, that might be worth breaking down, actually. Because I imagine that the Master's part is, well, I mean, whatever component it is, it will be worth having. But it might be, my hope is that it's rivets. Oh, come on. this, of course. And oh no, that's not everything. There's more things in here. Why can't I add that to junk? This exceptional wine must be hundreds of years old. I can't do anything with it. Fucking great. That's taking up a space in my inventory now. That I can't interact with. Maybe it's a quest objective. Don't worry about what I was doing down there.
Tomorrow.
It's not important. Oh, there's a question here.
The innkeep can help you with a room.
You're not from the Scholia Arcana, are you? If they don't want my company, I certainly don't want theirs. If you're not one of them, well, you're welcome to join me. I'm enjoying the ale and cheer and no bloody spells or mysteries. One thing I've learned, the ladies here are like the spire, breathtakingly beautiful and completely unassailable, especially to a failure like me. Those cowards dismissed me. Afraid of me. Afraid of how difficult it'd be to train me. What is this? Ah, it was only a matter of time before the army found me out. Just my luck. This calls for another drink. I'll have to pack my things. Ah, Alison, how do I tell my sister? Where will she live? How will she live?
That sucks.
Let them sleep in their lofty towers. I'm headed for a real life, not sitting in front of books all day and being condescended to. Army wages can pay for Alison now, but I'm leaving her. I'll send money. I hope she doesn't end up in the Wending. Rove, another ale. Make that 2.
Get this. I wake up yesterday morning with the worst headache, no shirt, and a note that I'm fighting a duel. Me? Fighting a duel? I don't know how I got into it, but it's all rot unless I can find a second.
Now, my understanding of dueling etiquette is that a second tries to solve the problem, or two people are arranged to have a duel, and they each have a second. And the second of each of the primary people in the duel, their job is not to take on the duel if the first person dies. It is to try and solve the issue before the duel comes to blows. Now, admittedly, my understanding of this comes from someone on Reddit saying it, which doesn't necessarily mean that it is accurate, but it makes sense.
I swear I don't remember a thing. Apparently, I challenged Dalton Ames, the war hero, over the honor of my sister. I do seem to remember him and his bulky arms sitting smugly in the sea foam, taunting me.
His bulky arms sitting smugly taunting you. Are you sure you're not just a little bit obsessed with his bulky arms?
Surely you've heard of him. Back from Cluricon, and everyone's talking about his exploits on the battlefield. They used to talk about my exploits with society daughters, but...
I think they probably got tired of talking about you fucking people.
Proud son of forested traders, my name is gold in every watering hole and board house in Rathir, and, well, I'm not really allowed out of Rathir.
That does suck, admittedly, but you could be a better person about it.
You can't fight a duel without one. Now, you might be thinking, a popular fellow like Waylon, what trouble could he have finding a second? Well, turns out my friends are all drunken cowards. Look, you seem tough enough. Be my second, and I'll make it worth your while.
I'm being actually prompted to look up what a second in a duel is. Okay, yep. Looks like... where is rules? Okay. Usually challenges were delivered in writing by one or more close friends who acted as seconds. A challenge written in formal language laid out the real or imagined grievances and a demand for satisfaction, which doesn't necessarily mean duel to the death. Could just be to first blood, or until one yields. A field of honor. Okay, where is the stuff about the seconds? The challenged party then had the choice of accepting or refusing the challenge. Grounds for refusing the challenge could include that it was frivolous, or that the challenger was not generally recognized as a gentleman, since dueling was limited to persons of equal social status. However, care had to be taken before declining a challenge, as it could result in accusations of cowardice, or be perceived as an insult to the challenger's seconds, if it was implied that they were acting on behalf of someone of low social standing. Participation in a duel could be honourably refused on account of a major difference in age between the parties and, to a lesser extent, in cases of social inferiority on the part of the challenger. Such inferiority had to be immediately obvious, however, as author Bertram Wyatt Brown states, with social distinctions often difficult to measure, most men could not escape on such grounds without the appearance of cowardice. Is there anything else about seconds higher up? Okay, once a challenge was accepted, if not done already, both parties, known as principals, would appoint trusted representatives to act as their seconds, with no further direct communication between the principals being allowed until the dispute was settled. The seconds had a number of responsibilities, of which the first was to do all in their power to avert bloodshed, provided their principal's honour was not compromised. This could involve back-and-forth correspondence about a mutually agreeable lesser course of action, such as a formal apology for the alleged offence. In the event that the seconds failed to persuade their principals to avoid a fight, they then attempted to agree on terms for the duel that would limit the chance of a fatal outcome, consistent with the generally accepted guidelines for affairs of honour. The exact rules for etiquette for dueling varied by time and locale, but were usually referred to as the Code Duello. In most cases, the challenged party had the choice of weapons, with swords being favoured in many parts of continental Europe and pistols in the United States and Great Britain. Interesting. was the job of the seconds to make all of the arrangements in advance, including how long the duel would last and what conditions would end the duel. Often sword duels were only fought until blood was drawn, thus severely limiting the likelihood of death or grave injury, since a scratch could be considered as satisfying honour. In pistol duels, the number of shots to be permitted and the range were set out. Care was taken by the seconds to ensure that the ground chosen gave no unfair advantage to either party. A doctor or surgeon was usually arranged to be on hand. Other things often arranged by the seconds could go into minute details that might seem odd in the modern world, such as the dress code. Duels were often formal affairs. The number and names of any other witnesses to be present, and whether or not refreshments would be served. So yes, traditionally, according to Wikipedia, which you may take issue with, but traditionally, a duel is seconds in a duel are supposed to try and avert bloodshed.
Thank Lupoku. There is something else I should mention. There is no way in all Amalur I'll win this fight, so I've devised a plan. Before you go to Dalton, that's my opponent, find Gelfine in the Wending and ask for some rows of shadows. She'll know what you mean. Then go to the officers' hall in the burn and on the sly, put some on Dalton's sword point when you inspect it. All in good time, my friend. All in good time. The way I see it, I'm doomed to end up in Mel Senshir, and I'd rather cut the nose off my face than live a soldier's life. I want some freedom, and you're going to help me, right? After you've got the rows of shadows from Gelfine in the Wending, you've got to talk to Dalton in the officers' hall. Tell him I'm ready. He'll show you his dueling sword. Dab a bit of the rows of shadows on it, then come back to me.
Do you think this will go unobserved by Dalton?
Time for my part in this business.
Welcome. Relax. Rest a while.
Why is the game not letting me attend to a duel properly? I just have to assume that the people involved in making the game don't actually know what being a dueling second means. Huh, lower tunnels. Seems that I need to be down here anyway, so cool. This looks like an excellent place for an ambush. Ah. I'm at capacity. Okie dokie. Let's get out of here and sell some things. It's good to know that that's there. Can't sell anything to anyone in here, unfortunately.
Don't miss the T-Bone Tavern.
Ooh, yes, vendor.
Step up. See what I have to sell.
I would like to sell you some items. I would like you to sell me some gold in exchange for some items that I don't want. Oh yes, I have a number of items I could put into my stash.
Aye.
So let's do that. Oops. Can I rock? Yes. Can I rock? Yes, I can. Haha. How long has it taken me to come up with that joke? Place. Flame blade. Doctor's medallion. Corthian gauntlets. Dauntless horses. Harbinger's hand traps. Splendid. Let's put these in here too, just so that they're not in my inventory. What does that do again? Equip requirements. No, let's sell that. And Aiden had someone who wanted Freeman armbands. This guy.
East of the Wolds, you'll find Fortunes can be had there for a lucky event. Oh, really? Someone finally answered. Now that's what I like to see. Finally, those bandits will know what it's like to be preyed upon. Keep the peace.
Wow. 71,000 gold. And there was a dude in Talarain, I think, in the south, down here, who gave me a quest to kill a variety of creatures. So hopefully handing in the quest to him will let me clear those flasks that track the killing out of my inventory and free up 4 spaces. That'd be nice. Last time I came through here, it spawned... ah yes, there we go. Some things that were going to try and ambush me, but I have moved way beyond them. Jotun. Yeah, they've probably lost track of me.
Salutation. Have you come to help me test my vials more? I will pay you again, of course. I have refreshed your vials. Return when all 4 have changed color, and I will pay you. Remember, they will change color after you've slain 10 kobolds, 5 Kuraks, 3 Etin, and 3 of the Jotun. Very well. Just let me see how much I owe you. Well, there we are, all even. Would you like to continue helping me?
Why am I receiving vials? I don't want them!
Very well. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. Well, perhaps we'll speak later.
I can't get rid of them, and they just keep appearing.
Have you come to help me test my vials more? I will put very well. If you... well...
No, that hasn't removed them. Fuck's sake! Can I not get rid of them? Oh, hey, welcome, Mohawkman. According to the wiki, the quest is bugged and the task simply never stops. Fun. Oh, right, yeah, of course. Oops. Suppose I've got this to do. Let's go and talk to Tyne, shall we?
Yes?
As soon as I received news of your discoveries, I learned whatever I could of the Alpha Lord, Amalur Beeson. He is indeed a powerful man, a member of the Orbakant, Or he was, until he proposed using Niskaro in the war. He was laughed off the council and then vanished, taking some of Rathir's most powerful mages with him.
Well, if that's true, then I haven't met them, I don't think.
So Beeson somehow learned of this forgotten story and the mural depicting it on Eammon's Isle. Devious. Very devious. Beeson was among the powerful of Rathir before the power of Niskaru turned his head. If anyone can complete Farlong's work, it is Beeson. Trapped within a mountain? Can we be certain this isn't merely an old legend? But can we afford to take the chance?
I suggest not taking the chance.
What we are, what we once were, does nothing lie still in this world? We have our honor and our swords. Let us cling to that. Yes, I see. It should be in Aegon's tomb. Alas, pledge shield, none below Oathblade are permitted inside our sacred places. But this is easily solved. For your valor and honor, in the name of the First Sworn, I bestow upon you the rank of Oathblade. Take this as a token of the honor. Now, the tomb lies just south of Ulcerund. It opens only with this key. Proceed to Ironfast once you have the hammer. It is a curious fact. For her father, Aegon, Cerwyn built a grave fit for a king, while both she and Eammon, her father's father, vanished into the east and were lost to us. She died by treachery in Cluricon long ago. Cursed rings turned her comrades against her, and with her death, it is said, the age of the First Sworn came to an end.
Cursed rings and treachery sounds very familiar. Sort of, wonder if the rings had some kind of lord.
So many mysteries surround the founder of our order. Where he learned the secrets of forging and fighting. How he originally came to the Phalanx. Where he went, alone, in his last days. Traveling east, beyond Cluricon's eastern mountains.
That sounds like the hook for a sequel.
The accounts say it was crafted for Aegon himself. None other has ever wielded it, and I'm not sure any other can. It may be for nothing, but I suppose it is the only hope we have. Ordinarily, the rank is reserved for proven veterans of the field. There is also usually a ceremony, but that will have to wait, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm definitely a veteran of the field, and I'm good without the ceremony, honestly. I don't mind.
In a narrow pass just south of Ulcerund, into Tyr, the key I gave you unlocks its doors and many of our other monuments and historical places. Once you have the hammer, proceed to meet Gwyn Anway at Ironfast Keep in Menethir. And by the First Sworn, may you know victory.
I know victory plenty, but I'll always welcome knowing more victory, I guess. What quest is that? Oh, plant reagents. Oh, let's go and do that in Gorehart. Sure. The fact that it's revealed suggests to me that I have found it before. But I suppose it won't hurt if I run up there. And terrorize the things that I meet on the way. That didn't go very well for you guys, did it? I mean, I suppose that extreme belligerence has served them well up to this point. Given that they're still here. But this is where you learn that extreme belligerence does not always lead to good things for you, I suppose. Oh yeah, I have found it. Okay. I was right to think that the fact that... Sigbert's journal. This journal is small and water-stained, but its pages remain intact despite the wear and tear. Summer, day 6, daybreak. Nothing today. Have I read this before? Yes, I have. I think I have it, in fact. So, never mind. I think I have it already. It's talking about the keys of Eammon, which I don't have all of. Right. I have stuff telling me to go down to Rathir. But let's go back to Rathir. I think that there were a few things... Oh yes, there was a bunch of things here in Rathir that I wanted to do. I think... Oh, let's return to Will. And then there's a few things, deliver notices, and get into the under place via the
students of magic, masters of spells.
Trapdoor in the tavern.
Any luck down there? The ledger! Oh, Lunala's smile, you've done me a good turn. Master Gwalchmay will be pleased as a fat Jotun when I bring him this, he will.
Good for him. Another item out of my inventory. And we are at 3 hours. So
Students
that
of magic, masters of spells.
Is the stream, I think. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the time you spent with me. And I hope that you decide to come back. I will be here again on Monday, 8 PM GMT, for about 3 hours. Roughly 8 PM. I'm not really very good at sticking to that time, but hey. And whether I see you on Monday or not, I hope to see you again. And until then, goodbye.